Tonight on CBC Vancouver News.
They offer like, Mom, I'll give you a ride.
Surrey police say thieves are trying to distract seniors near temples and make off with their jewelry. Plus,
I'm at 35 actually, and I actually don't feel comfortable going faster.
Squamish, slow down. The Sea to Sky community lowers the speed limit in its downtown core to try to boost safety. And
even from miles away, we want the people of Tumbler Ridge to know they're not alone.
prayers and love in Langley for Tumbler Ridge as more educational support heads to the northern community.
This is CBC Vancouver News.
Hello, I'm Dan Burritt. Thanks for joining us. Police in Surrey are warning that thieves are targeting seniors near places of worship. They say they're trying to distract people while they steal valuable items. Saurabh Sandhu has more from one man who says someone approached his mother.
Surrey resident Harvinder Singh Rai says his elderly mother in her 70s was standing in the parking lot of Sikh temple Gurdwara Dashmesh Darbar when a car approached her and people inside the vehicle started talking to her.
They offer like, Mom, I'll give you a ride. So they try to speak like Punjabi language too.
This video caught on the Gurdwara CCTV camera shows a silver-colored Toyota vehicle stop next to Rai's mother. As people inside the car start speaking, Rai's mother leans forward to listen.
They show their rank too. I have a bigger rank, give it to you.
However, Rai says his mother got alarmed and walked away to safety and cautioned the Gurdwara officials immediately, who said this was not the first time they heard about such an incident.
Well, we've heard about this now for about a month now, that it's actually picking up. There may be incidents that happened before that, but we've seen in the last month or so the activity has really picked up.
Surrey police say it's a classic case of distraction theft.
And it's concerning to us that these are happening in or around places of worship, because those should be sanctuaries for people.
So far this year, police in Surrey are investigating 4 reported incidents of distraction thefts targeted at South Asian seniors, who they say are usually alone.
And then they get up very close and in their personal space. And what they do is they end up trying to either outright steal jewelry off of them. So it's not until the senior gets home that they realize that their necklace or bracelet or something like that has been swapped. Oftentimes their very expensive gold jewelry is swapped for fake gold that is worth nothing.
Houghton is warning seniors to be aware of their surroundings and maintain a safe personal distance from those they find suspicious. He says if anyone comes across such an incident, they should call 911 immediately. Saurabh Sandhu, CBC News, Surrey.
Grief has been an overwhelming reality in the wake of the shootings in Tumbler Ridge. But there is news for students and their families. The BC government now says temporary school facilities are beginning to arrive in that community away from the high school. The province and local school district says 14 trailers will be set up on the grounds of Tumbler Ridge Elementary School. Bathroom trailers will arrive first, followed by classroom units on Tuesday and Wednesday. The province says it could take several days to get them all hooked up with water, heating, and have them furnished. Larger school trailers are set to arrive in the coming weeks. No date has been set for classes to resume, though. Last Tuesday, a shooter killed 8 people, 6 of them inside Tumbler Ridge Secondary School, before the shooter took her own life. Premier David Eby has promised no student will be forced to return to that school. And more than 1,000 kilometers away from Tumbler Ridge, people in Langley held a vigil for those killed on Sunday. Some shared memories of one of the victims, Zoe Benoit. She grew up in Langley before moving to Tumbler Ridge with her family.
Even from miles away, we want the people of Tumbler Ridge to know they're not alone. Their grief is shared. Their community is supported. Their loved ones are deeply mourned. We honor not only Zoe's memory, but the memory of all those lost. We hold space for grief, for love, and for the deep ache that comes from sudden loss.
True patriot love in all of us commands.
It isn't just those who've unjustly been taken far too soon who we grieve today, but we also share in the profound loss that the many living victims are now being forced to bear. But gathering together here at this event and others just like it also offers us an opportunity. The opportunity to recall that we're never truly alone, and that no matter how bleak any situation may seem, we can always join our hearts, minds, and voices together in unison to reach for pillars of strength that can never be shaken, destroyed, or broken.
It's just a way to give people time to come and just take the time to grieve and to share in the sorrow, which takes a lot of courage.
I think this is a good example of how we come together and show unity. This is a completely community-led event. This was not done by any government or any organization. It's just people coming together to reflect and remember.
Dancing, singing, the world your audience, painting, drawing, the world your canvas, hugging and laughing and even arguing, and everything your passion.
If you are driving in and around Squamish, get ready to slow down. District Council has now approved a lower speed limit in one of its busiest areas starting Tuesday. As Alana Kelly shows us, the move is focused on safety.
Drivers will soon be going slower in downtown Squamish. That's after a new speed limit was given the green light. But will it make a difference?
If we can prevent one person from being injured, then it's totally worthwhile venture, and I'm extremely confident that that is absolutely the case.
A new speed limit of 30 kilometers per hour is looking to curb the number of collisions.
We had a really horrific incident with a vehicle hitting a stroller, and I think anything that can really set the standard for what safe behavior looks like in our downtown makes good sense.
This is the area for the reduced speed limit. Between 2020 and 2024, 27% of the collisions in Squamish that were reported to ICBC took place here.
So I'm at 35 actually, and I actually don't feel comfortable going faster.
Road safety advocates applaud the decision.
Our society is changing and more people are out on the roads moving about on bicycles and wanting to walk safely. And so we need to start thinking about how we're going to make our roads accessible to everyone and not just cars.
The decreased speed limit is proven to make a difference, according to Vancouver Coastal Health.
People who experience a collision at 30 kilometers an hour, most people will survive. But at 50 kilometers an hour, which is the default for most streets, it's only about 15 to 20% of people will survive that injury.
A UBC professor who specializes in urban planning says many other BC communities have lowered the speed in their town cores.
Whatever we can do to create more walkable communities that are good commercially, good for just hanging out, good for families, good for everything.
Squamish's mayor believes it's a move in the right direction.
Council thought it was appropriate to do this as a first step as we look at what appropriate speed could be or should be broadly in the community.
The new speed limit starts February 17th, and new signs will be put up in the downtown core. Alana Kelly, CBC News, Squamish.
It has been a vital link for Metro Vancouver commuters for 89 years. But Tuesday morning, the Pattullo Bridge will close permanently for deconstruction. It was shut down to vehicle traffic over the weekend as the new Stallo Awesome Bridge opened its 4 lanes. People walked across the old Pattullo to bid it farewell this weekend.
New Bridge is such an upgrade. This is totally fine.
It was a good bridge, but I think the Solo Awesome is probably a much needed replacement at this point. So, you know, it's bittersweet to see it go, but I think it's probably for the best.
It's sad. I grew up here, so it's sad.
We'll sure miss it. It's a part of the community, part of the heritage, right?
It's a different feeling, you know, seeing the old and the new and all that, and it's historic, but yet all good things come to an end.
Cyclists and pedestrians will be able to use the new bridge in the spring. The teardown of the old Pattullo is expected to begin later this month. To a different teardown now, the deconstruction of an old dairy processing plant in Burnaby is on track to be the largest project of its kind in BC. As Janella Hamilton shows us, materials will be repurposed in a move toward sustainable construction.
Piece by piece, the former Saputo dairy plant is dismantled through deconstruction, not demolition.
Ideally, we're transferring the product to a future project and not sending it to landfill.
Instead of materials being thrown in the trash, they're sorted and some are repurposed.
This is unprecedented in the sense that it's the first deconstruction project of this scale in Western Canada. It's the biggest in Western Canada. About a third of what goes into Metro Vancouver's landfills is construction and demolition waste.
All this material is destined to be used on the exterior of the waste-to-energy plant.
The project is part of a growing shift among the construction industry across Canada aimed at supporting a circular economy.
We're looking at about 500,000 pounds of recovered timber. We're looking at about 170,000 pounds of recovered glulam and tongue and groove. That's from one project.
This nonprofit has been working closely with companies to implement greener initiatives on construction sites, like here, where the new Hold'em overpass is being built.
We brought dedicated bins onto each of the construction sites. They had signage, so all the crews knew and they were trained to take plastics and put them into that container. And then that container is taken off-site. The material is sorted by resin type, so the kinds of plastics, because there's many different kinds of plastics that show up on a construction site.
He says packaging accounts for the majority of single-use plastic on construction sites, and changes to government policy and infrastructure is needed. This year, Ottawa is set to expand regulations for the construction industry, requiring companies to track and report plastic usage and waste.
There's a number of local governments that are leading the charge in terms of creating a more sustainable construction sector. Cities like Burnaby, Richmond are really leading with deconstruction bylaws.
Materials like steel will be taken from the old Pattullo Bridge, melted down and reused.
The construction industry is an industry that has one of the most key and vital roles to play in terms of looking at opportunities to recycle major materials.
So all of this wood here was from the office space?
Back at the site of the old dairy plant, plans for new housing and commercial development are underway. Janella Hamilton, CBC News, Burnaby.
This Lunar New Year, instructors are teaching children the traditional Chinese art of lion dancing. So we dropped by on a training session.
So in Chinese, the word ginger also sounds like the word for courage. So when we take the ginger juice and we put it on the brush and we dot the eyes of the lion and we wake up the lion, you're giving the lion courage.
I think what brought me to line dance is that it's just an amazing opportunity to share the culture, and especially the school as a nonprofit, I feel like I'm giving back to the community as well as like sharing a part of me.
I like it because it comes to life.
Lunar New Year, I think it's going to be one of the best times, especially being able to hang out with the club and hanging out with everybody.
During the Lunar New Year, I think it's a really good chance for us to really spread our culture, what we do, and just make sure everyone around us in the community has fun.
A Surrey salon and barbershop loves its customers, and the feeling is mutual. We'll drop by after the break. Another golden day for Canada, the Winter Olympics in Italy. Freestyle skier Megan Oldham is top of the mountain in women's big air.
That was insane, honestly. I think it still hasn't hit me. I'm a bit stunned. I feel like I can't even process my emotions. I'm just like trying to live in the moment.
The final was delayed by more than an hour by wind and snow that rolled through, but when it cleared, the 24-year-old from Parry Sound, Ontario, scored a combined 180.75 points in her two best of three runs to win gold. She edged out China's Eileen Gu by just under 2 points. Oldham has already won a bronze medal in the women's slopestyle event. Surrey is one of the largest and growing Black populations on the Lower Mainland. For February, Black History Month, we are shining the spotlight on where people gather. Today, we're heading to Mojam Beauty Salon.
To be honest, and that's why I always say
Mojam is a family business, so my mom was actually the one who started everything, and we've kind of gone through transition. She first started in her garage, and I worked alongside her at a very young age, and I just kind of got thrown into it. I mean, good thing I have a passion for it as well, so it kind of came natural. But yeah, that's how I started, just by watching her, love for hair, and it got passed on to me. You think you'll braid it again? I will. I think, honestly, I think it might be good for you. Hi, I'm Kenyo Bamwell. I am the owner of Mojam Beauty Salon. I mean, our regulars are like family, and they've been following us for years. And as I said, that there's been multiple transitions. It first started in the garage, and then we were in a space prior to this one. So yeah, it's really nice to see that our regulars have seen the business grow, and then they're growing with us as well.
But my name is Donald Walker, and I'm a client of Mojam Beauty. I've been here for the past 16 and a half years, since its establishment, basically. And yeah, this is where I come and get my grooming, my haircut. You come here, you're well greeted, you know, everyone's busy, and you say hi, and they say, you know, it's just a beautiful atmosphere, you know, communicating and engaging with one another. Yeah, so it feels home away from home. You're here to get that service, and it's really worth that value.
But you've also helped out when they were setting up their shop, right? Because they were at a location a couple doors down, and then did you help with that too?
Oh yeah, so that's how long I've been here, among the first clients, right? Because when he started out, basically, we decided I would come and assist him, really, because at that time he just had his garage.
I think it's like what,
and so when he mentioned that he was, you know, moving out to a new location, we said for sure, let's go and assist. So that's the relationship that has been established since then, and it has been really a mutually beneficial one.
Hi, I'm Neil Spence, co-owner and founder of Mojam Beauty Salon. I mean, we know him since he was a baby.
Yeah.
Since I was like this big. Yeah.
And he's been cutting my hair since I was about this big.
Just by opening a salon/barbershop here and doing good work, they all come. So we get to know a lot of them. A lot of the people in the community, we get to interact and get to know them.
Well, because Donald Walker was saying that he comes every month, so you get a good catch-up like every month.
Every time. So all the things that's happening around us, and we love to talk politics, so every time they come, we have a good lecture about it. Yeah, so.
Everybody shares secrets with their barber and salon. And the salonist? Salonist?
Neil knows all your secrets then.
Well, I mean, some of the secrets that I allow to tell. Not all of them, but most of them.
Although in the barber chair we rap quite a bit, but you know, no, I don't think I know the secrets.
What happens in the chair stays in the chair.
That's right.
Here's how some people spent Family Day up on Cypress Mountain. Yes, that is snow, and it looks like the local mountains will get more snow this week. Darius will have your BC-wide weather forecast coming up.
Hi, I'm Amy Bell, and this is your CBC Inbox.
CBC is a proud partner of the Vancouver International Dance Festival. Experience bold artists who challenge norms and see movement in a whole new light. Grab your tickets now at vidf.ca. And never miss a special programming series, event, or contest. Subscribe to CBC's e-newsletter and keep connected with us.
Darius Madavi, our science and climate expert, here with the BC-wide weather forecast. So nice to see more snow on the local mountains. People very happy. And the operators, you can imagine.
Yeah, I would say so. And that was a decent amount of snow coming down. As you can see on the satellite imagery here, we are seeing some rain at those lower elevations, still some showers, but at those upper elevations, a little bit of snow. Some parts of the mainland down at those lower elevations, also getting snow up on parts of the Sunshine Coast and eastern sections of Vancouver Island. We have special weather statements blanketing most of the south coast. And that's really warning of that snowfall potentially coming in and out through tonight. Mostly those upper elevations, but if we get a heavy burst, it could come down lower as well, so something to be aware of for tonight. There's also snowfall happening in several other areas, especially down in the southeast and the northeast. Up in the Peace region, those areas either have snowfall warnings in the southeast or winter storm warnings up in the northeast. The winter storm warnings, those are because we are going to be seeing strong winds associated with that system as well. Be on the lookout for that into tomorrow in both of those areas. In terms of conditions across the province, temperatures falling quite considerably over the next few days. Especially watch out for those wind chills if you're up in the northeast. Feeling like -40, -45 in Fort St. John over the next couple days. Also strong outflow winds making it feel like -20 on Wednesday and Thursday up in Terrace. So look out for that. In terms of precipitation, coming in and out throughout the week, the system that we have here, the setup we have, tends to bring colder temperatures to the coast, but also drier conditions. That means any precipitation that we see over the next few days is going to be convective, which makes it very, very hard to forecast what exactly we're going to see and when, which is why, after we look at this conditions map, as you can see, more snow coming, plenty more snow coming to parts of the interior. When we look at our 5-day forecast, Dan, what we see is a lot of uncertainty, to be honest with you. The cloud will come in and out throughout the next few days. Hard to say whether we're going to see showers or flurries right through the end of the work week.
Okay, we're on watch. Darius, thanks very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us on CBC Vancouver News. You can watch this newscast on our free app, CBC Gem, as well as on YouTube and our website, cbc.ca/BC. Enjoy the Winter Olympics.